is yung SMNI franchise revocation bill po ba, is it going to be on third reading later or also on Wednesday? And meron na po bang word on the order of arrest for Pastor Quiboloy?
Well,
I'll allow the author of the resolution to speak.
thank you, DS. Well, on SMNI po, no, if you can recall, last week we were able to pass it already on second reading, and we would anticipate that it would be tackled this week. As to the specific date, I won't be able to tell. It depends on the Rules Committee, of course, because it depends on the scheduling. But we are hopeful that it would be this weekend based on assessment of the room. I think it would easily pass po, no, on the floor. On the question po on the detention of Pastor Quiboloy, of course, if we would recall during the committee hearing that he was cited in contempt and there was already an order for his arrest, of course, pending the plea of his attorney, Attorney Topacio, which, by the way, for everyone's reference, di po nila maalala, Attorney Topacio made a pleading that since he was meeting with his client the day after the committee, he asked that the detention order be deferred. So as far as the committee is concerned, the detention order was indeed deferred. But unfortunately, of course, I have to double check, pero sa pagkakaalam po ng representasyon na ito sa committee, still they did not receive word from Attorney Topacio. So it seems to be, unfortunately, it reaffirms the suspicion of some of the congressmen then, especially si Kong Pimentel, that it seems to be a delaying tactic. So, of course, we understand as a lawyer that is the duty of Attorney Topacio, but it is deeply disappointing, no, that we have been led down that path. But with that said, since we have already submitted the committee report and on passed it on second reading, the detention order will now come down to the Secretary General. But as we see it, it's a special circumstance kasi while we have this pending detention order, there is also one in the Senate for a hearing that is actually continuing. No? Kasi so if we take a look at ours, tapos na po yung franchise revocation, although it might be considered that since continuing pa naman yung inquiry on fake news and red tagging, they could still be included. Pero parang baka mas appropriate that the detention order be with the Senate. So again, this is all up to the leadership, hindi pa tayo sigurado, but it might be more relevant for the Senate to now take a lead. Of course, if the House leadership through the Secretary General does decide to seek out the detention order, and if there's no need for him here, the custody could then be passed on to Senate rin. So that's another option on why the House might still pursue the detention despite passing on second reading. So just like RBH 7, unprecedented, pero it remains to be seen po. I hope that's able to clarify kahit papano yung katanungan.
Are there, okay, RG, okay na? Are there any other comments from Kong J and Kong Goles from RG Cruz questions?
Yeah, ako naman bilang nag-deliver ng privilege speech last year about fake news peddling ng SMNI, natutuwa po ako sa naging takbo ng Committee ng Franchise, and I would like to congratulate Congressman Gaston Bunting for properly handling and managing. Sinabi ko nga doon sa last hearing, ito na yata yung pinakamatagal na hearing dahil inabot ng 4 na buwan. Ganun pong pagpapakita ng leniency, ng kindness, ng generosity, ang Committee ng Franchise pagdating sa issue ng SMNI. Now, unfortunately for SMNI, hindi po nila napatunayan na hindi sila lumabag sa mga probisyon ng franchise that was provided to them. So therefore, it was voted that their franchise be revoked. And if I'm not mistaken, we're set to vote on this on third and final reading this week. So, thank you.
In my case, simple. Just follow the rule of law. We are all dictated by our laws, and we'll just follow it.
Thank you. Rosalie Cas from UNTV.
Good morning po, Kong, Kong DS po. Regarding pa rin po sa economic chacha, kasi po Senate President Subiri made a statement, public statement when with the President in Czech Republic, and he said they are on track on passing RBH 6. Pero earlier po you said pwedeng gamitin po yung congressional break para magnilay-nilay, mag-meet ang House and Senate leadership. Ibig sabihin po ba nito ay hindi pa rin po kayo pabor dun sa timeline ng Senate kasi they still have 3 more hearings at plano po nilang pagbotohan sa plenaryo before SONA?
Well, unang-una on the point na sinabi ni Senate President makes that they're on track, we're very happy with that. That just goes to show that the Senate is really geared towards having it approved. So with regards to the details on when and to the issue on how we're gonna have it transmitted to COMELEC, siguro that issue will be taken up during the break dahil mabibigyan po ng sapat na oras at panahon yung leadership of both houses to meet and decide. So we take that very positively. With Senate President issuing that statement with the President, that just goes to show that there is indeed enough reason to be positive that the Senate will approve RBH 6.
Thank you po. Konting details lang po dun sa mangyayari sa Wednesday. Nominal voting po yung pag-pass on third and final reading po. Can you walk us through the process po? And how many votes? 3/4, it's more than 230 po ba?
Yeah, so nominal voting tayo sa Wednesday. But as of now, more than 280 congressmen have already co-authored RBH 7. So kung dumaan man to sa nominal voting, approved na rin in principle dahil sa dami ng nag-co-author sa RBH 7. At kung titingnan din natin, yung consistency ng position ng House members patungkol sa amendments ng ating economic provisions ng ating saligang batas. More or less, ganun din po yung bilang ng authors and co-authors nung ipinasa po natin yung RBH 6 last year. Kaya natutuwa po tayo na patuloy pa rin yung pagkakaisa at suporta na pinakikita ng ating mambabatas patungkol sa issue ng amendments ng ating saligang batas.